Hey, come here often?
Hey, good to see you. Yeah, I needed to get away from the kids for a day.
Yeah, me too. Hey, you gonna share?
Another time, COVID, 6 feet.
Right, my apologies. So seriously, what brings you in today?
Just thinking a lot about Soloragate, what we can do to help protect our customers.
Oh yeah, me too. Let's walk and talk.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. For all of us in security, it's been a year of challenge, stacked on challenge, stacked on challenge, balancing remote work with family life, navigating the latest attack trends, and helping keep our customers secure so they can stay productive. I'm really excited to share some of our latest work with you today.
I know what you mean. The pressure is real. And for me, the big lesson from the 2020s so far is that it's never been more important to get ahead. We're still continuing to learn and evolve as a security community.
Absolutely. As advanced attacks have gotten increasingly sophisticated, it's become clear how important it is to have a strong connection between the advanced security tools that help make the day-to-day stuff more manageable and have our security experts focused on hunting for the latest threats.
It's been quite a year for threats of all types. I mean, of course, Soloragate happened in 2020. Hey, let's call John Lambert at Mystic to get his take on all this.
It's a great idea. John runs our threat intelligence team, so he's on the front lines for responding to advanced attacks like Soloragate. Hey, John.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Eric.
Hey, we wanted to get your thoughts on something that's top of mind for lots of people. Fighting back against the new wave of sophisticated adversaries. What's Mystic doing about this?
Yeah, Eric. Well, at Mystic, we know that customers have adversaries. So our mission is to track the world's worst actors and try to disrupt them. So whether it's a strontium or a phosphorus or attacks against the healthcare sector or elections, our folks are on the front lines working to protect customers.
That's amazing, John. So how does this super critical work impact Microsoft customers and the security community at large?
Well, Microsoft collects trillions of anonymized signals that tell us about threats across the globe. We take an actor-centric approach to follow and discover their activity and try to understand who they're targeting. We develop new detections for that to alert customers to them, and their security teams use these alerts to begin the investigation process so they can remediate and ultimately block the attacker from moving forward in their networks.
That's really cool. Can you give us a real-world example of how this works?
Sure. Soloragate is top of mind for many of us. When we started investigating in early December, we knew we had something different. It was clear that it was going to be important to publish about this stealthy attacker to protect customers. So we, along with our fellow responder teams at Microsoft, published over 15 blogs about attack chains, the malware, the techniques. We released new detections to alert customers to the activity. Our goal is to help customers identify and stop this activity, understand the scope of impact, and begin the recovery process.
That's really excellent. I'm sure you need to get back to things, but before you go, would you mind sharing a few tips?
Sure. These are some things organizations can do now to help defend against advanced attackers. The first, I would say, is invest in zero trust approach. This is an approach that's about verifying explicitly, using concepts of least privilege, and having an assume breach mindset. The second one is segregate your high privileged accounts. Invest in privileged access workstations or PAWS and secure your admins. The third is to know your supply chain, know what you use and where, and continue to invest in better and better asset management. The fourth is look before the bad guys do, invest in penetration testing, and use their findings not as a report card, but as an input into a continuous improvement process. And lastly, I would say is make sure you have the ability to investigate across your whole environment, work to get comprehensive visibility from different perspectives, from endpoint to identity, from data to IoT, and across clouds. This is going to help you do rapid investigation and early detection.
Thanks, John. The work your team does is amazing and so essential to customer protection. We really appreciate it.
Great talking to you.
Thank you, John. Skilled security teams are key in the fight against sophisticated threats, but they need great tools to help them do their jobs. That's what we do.
And combating today's advanced attacks requires a fully integrated, comprehensive defense. It's no longer optional for vendors to offer anything less.
Hey Eric, I've been talking with customers about the state of security technology and modern threats. I wanted to run my thinking by you. Today's digital environments are diverse, distributed, and complex. Attackers love to take advantage of that. We need to unify all of our security tools and digital environments under a single umbrella. Every vector, every asset, every resource. Security solutions can't care whether you're using Linux or Windows or AWS or Salesforce. Everything must be covered and everything must work together.
Right. This starts with visibility into every single area, even the deepest, darkest corners of your environment. And organizations need that security signal from across their environment correlated together to really get the full picture.
But visibility alone isn't enough. Securing diverse environments requires that your detection and response tools and capabilities work together as one. We must untangle the complexity for your security team and deliver integrated protection across the separate enterprise layers.
Lastly, no team is large enough to manage the scale of data and actions needed to protect their organization without help. When every moment matters during an attack, AI and automation is no longer a choice, it's a necessity. And those capabilities need to be built into your security solutions so you can focus on execution, not configuration or development.
Absolutely. We've been on a long journey to figure this out and understand how to protect, well, the whole enchilada against advanced attacks. Early on, we saw the rise of computer worms and viruses. We knew we had to stay ahead, so we released a built-in AV to protect against malware and viruses right within Windows. The Microsoft portfolio grew and organizations went on a digital transformation journey. They had more assets that needed to be protected.
Our priority was to help our customers more efficiently detect and respond to threats across our solutions. And to accomplish that, we added security capabilities across Azure, Azure AD, Office, and Cloud Apps. And as advanced attacks, such as ransomware, have grown more frequent and sophisticated, we took our mission to expand protection to help cover organizations' entire environment. We need to detect and move quickly and thoroughly across the whole environment. So first, we developed XDR, focused on protecting the core platforms around productivity, infrastructure, and more. And then we expanded to SIEM, because you have to take your entire environment, everything from your enterprise, pull it together and provide end-to-end visibility and protection.
And after a lot of hard work, we've hit the next milestone in our journey to create the most integrated SIEM and XDR toolset in the industry. Together, sharing incident views, schema, and integrated user experiences, we're able to deliver true visibility and thorough remediation capabilities, powered by the security experts and AI that secures Microsoft. While there is always more to do, we are delivering on that vision. You know how we love sharing slides with customers. Here's something I've put together. What do you think?
Our industry-leading cloud-native SIEM, Azure Sentinel, collects from any source, any data, and any entity. Sentinel delivers intelligent security analytics and threat intelligence across the enterprise, providing alert detection, threat visibility, proactive hunting, and an orchestrated threat response. I'm really proud that over 9,000 customers are using Sentinel today, and it was named a market leader in the Forrester Wave for security analytics platforms.
While a SIEM should collect data from anywhere, XDR, Extended Detection and Response Technologies, can act on alerts from your SIEM or from its own sensors, providing depth protection broadly across your environment. Microsoft 365 Defender provides an XDR across identities, endpoints, applications, and email. Azure Defender provides comprehensive multi-cloud protection for IoT, infrastructure, cloud resources, and workloads. Our XDR's protection extends from Microsoft products and services to everything else in your environment, including AWS, GCP, Linux, Apple and Android devices, and more.
When dedicated hackers get in, they make their way across the environment. XDR's coordinated detection and response can find and remove the sophisticated chain of attack wherever it lurks. For example, if an identity is compromised, XDR works across vectors to ensure that the identity isn't allowed to access corporate apps, cloud infrastructure, or sign on to new devices, send emails, etc. This limits the damage as the credential is restored.
Together, Azure Sentinel, Microsoft 365 Defender, and Azure Defender deliver the alerts that matter, regardless of where they came from. They tell whole stories of incidents, enable automated responses across clouds and platforms, and prevent attacks from even happening, and help keep your environment healthy and secure through software and configuration updates.
We're not stopping there. The work continues to stay ahead of our adversaries to protect the expanding estate and provide more speed and efficiency from end to end. Let's give Terrence a call. Terrence is the Chief Information Security Officer of Thycotic, and let's get his take on Defender and Sentinel.
Great idea.
Hey, Terrence.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Terrence, we'd love to get your perspective on how we can better protect customers from today's sophisticated attacks.
Sure, no problem. I really appreciate your passion for listening to customers in the thick of it.
So, can you tell us about the importance of an end-to-end approach in protecting yourself against the most sophisticated modern threats?
Sure. End-to-end protection is key, and it starts with visibility. The Sentinel connectors enable seamless data collection across extremely diverse environments. So that goes a long way for me. End-to-end protection is foundational, and it starts with, again, full visibility, and attackers are doing everything they can to avoid detection. It's all about getting the right data so we can have full visibility and make informed decisions.
Makes sense. We understand that a lot of customers like Thycotic have really complex environments, and we want to help you protect the entire thing.
So, Terrence, how are you using Sentinel to collect data from all the sources inside your rich environment?
Yeah, we're using Sentinel to collect logs from our network infrastructure, our on-premise servers, as well as our cloud workloads. And that allows us to paint a comprehensive picture of what's going on in our environment so we can detect threats in a more rapid and consolidated manner.
I don't know if you heard, but today we just announced 30 new built-in connectors that simplify data collection across multi-cloud environments. This includes Microsoft Dynamics, G Suite, Salesforce, VMware, and more. And these built-in connectors, along with the existing ones, simplify data collection and make it so much easier to take advantage of the full capabilities of the SIEM plus XDR. And also, we just asked Forrester to do a review of Azure Sentinel, and really excited about what they came back with. 48% lower cost compared to a legacy SIEM solution, and a 78% reduction in false positives. But let's go ahead and get you on the big screen. Hey, so in order to defend against sophisticated attacks, we're really committed to protecting beyond the Microsoft ecosystem. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're protecting your multi-cloud and hybrid assets?
Sure. Now that Microsoft supports multi-cloud and on-premise environments, such as Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform, there's no reason for us to look at any other vendor. We get everything we need with Azure Defender and Azure Security Center. Azure Arc enables Thycotic to connect all of our clouds with a single solution for monitoring, managing, and securing workloads. The support for multi-cloud was a part of our motivation to adopt Microsoft security solutions. Here, let me share my screen and show you what I mean. This is the Security Center dashboard. Everything is right here. Today, I can onboard AWS and GCP resources to Azure Security Center and monitor them along with my Azure and on-premise resources, all without ever leaving Security Center. If I click on Secure Score, Regulatory Compliance, or Azure Defender, my AWS and GCP resources will show up, along with my on-premises and Azure resources.
You know, we listened to customers and worked really hard to build an integrated experience, so I'm really glad to hear that it's working for you. I'd love to see just one layer down, if you don't mind kind of clicking in and showing me some of the workloads you're protecting.
Our team manages our global multi-cloud workloads with Azure Arc, which extends the Azure control plane across geographies and clouds. Thycotic benefits from connecting Azure Arc with Azure Security Center for even further enhanced productivity. It's pretty straightforward to use despite the complexity of multi-cloud. For example, this is an Arc-enabled SQL server. If I click on the Security tab, I see that I have some alerts that require my attention. From here, I can click on any alert, see the details, and remediate the problem. I can manage all of my SQL servers, whether they are on-prem, in multiple clouds, or in virtual machines on Azure from the same window. It's so powerful and straightforward for my team to use, and we can drill down and use Azure Defender for all my other multi-cloud hybrid workloads, VMs, SQL storage, etc.
That's really great insight. It's so great to see this in action, and please keep the feedback coming.
Hey, Terrence, I'd love to learn about how you secure remote workers. With so many folks working from home, we're seeing a big increase in all kinds of devices and all kinds of networks. This creates a huge vulnerability for businesses, especially as persistent attackers are trying to exploit just this.
Yeah, one unprotected device targeted by a motivated hacker can bring down the house.
Yeah, and that's why we're expanding all of our platform coverage. Microsoft 365 Defender now provides endpoint detection response capabilities for Linux servers. And together with Android, iOS, Mac, and of course Windows, Microsoft 365 Defender supports the majority of devices.
Yeah, my team loves the comprehensive protection across devices. It's so critical right now.
All right, let's try it out. Here's my Android device running Microsoft 365 Defender. It looks like my buddy Jonathan Walcott just sent me a link in WhatsApp, but protection extends to popular messaging services and any app you download. So let's see what this is. And it's a phishing link, and it's automatically been blocked.
It looks like your buddy Jonathan's got a problem. Let's get him some help.
Let me show you how we handle this type of scenario from the SecOps side of this, guys. Here's another example of a device that has been compromised. Here I can see what action Defender has taken to automatically provide protection. I can also take some quick actions to further stop the threat from spreading within the organization. From this unified dashboard, we can also investigate all the other devices that user is using, so we can quickly determine if the identity or other domains have been compromised.
It's great to see how you've been taking advantage of the dashboard in the real world. And we actually just hit a new milestone there. As of today, the Microsoft 365 Defender endpoint and email threat protection XDR capabilities are seamlessly integrated into a unified portal, simplifying your investigation and remediation experience even more. So as you were showing us, Terrence, today's sophisticated adversaries compromise unknown weaknesses across vectors. It's even more critical that we not only detect their movements across all these silos, but also respond with coordinated actions to shut down their paths and lock them out, however complex the attack chain. What do you think, Eric?
Oh, is this a bad time for me to be having a snack?
No, you're all good.
I love how all this works together to untangle these sophisticated cross-vector attacks. And with the combination of Sentinel, Microsoft 365 Defender, and Azure Defender, actually teams are now equipped with more context and automation than ever before. And we can leverage the time saved to get ahead of attackers.
That looks tasty. And I couldn't agree more about the value of a unified toolset. You know my team games out a lot of common scenarios. Here's a ransomware attack example so I can show you how that deep level of integration really helps us. Okay, here my team is in Azure Sentinel, analyzing and tracking everything in our environment, from Microsoft 365 solutions, networks, and servers, enterprise IoT, and devices like printers, even multiple clouds. It all gets pulled up into this tool and analyzed in context. Let me show you this critical human-operated ransomware attack incident.
This attack type is a sophisticated threat that's across endpoints as well as server infrastructure.
You can see here in the investigation graph, the entire attack is shown with alerts from several different sources, including from our XDR tools. We can see that the attack came in through a vulnerable RDP port in Azure. I'll close that later. But there's an immediate remediation we need to take care of in my Microsoft 365 world first. Here's the same incident in Microsoft 365 Defender, where you can see intelligence about this type of attack and all the individual alerts and effective assets across our endpoints, email, docs, user identities, and applications. Check out how much automation has happened in preventing this attack from spreading and even returning many of the affected assets to a secure state.
It's really cool to see how you're using this, really taking advantage of the automation and the tools that we built.
We couldn't possibly handle every alert that comes our way. As we investigate the attack further, we can see the suspicious code execution that the attackers have tried to place and how they've attempted to cover their tracks by disabling AV. My team can see all this in one place. I can also take action here to stop this attack. With just a couple of clicks, my organization is now safe.
Thanks so much for sharing that. It's great to learn how you're really taking advantage of these tools to protect your organization. We've been investing in automation so that defenders can leverage the time saved from avoiding manual alert correlation and get bigger tasks like proactive hunting and really protecting themselves. Customers on average, we've heard, have reduced the time needed for investigation and remediation by roughly 90%.
Microsoft 365 Defender amazed us out of the box. The previous solutions were very noisy and required constant tuning. 99% of the signals they generated were false positives. Using Defender freed up 2 people on my team to do more complex work. It was almost magical, accurate, and frictionless.
Cool, that's so great to hear. It's really what we've been working towards. And in recent tests, we found that with Microsoft 365 Defender, we took over 1,000 alerts and were able to consolidate them into just 40 high priority incidents. And then the technology for automated self-healing fully automates remediation of over 70% of that volume.
Yeah, and while automation helps free up time to tackle bigger threats, it's critical that defenders are equipped to handle them.
Right. So at Microsoft, we're committed to harnessing the value of our threat signals and AI and world-class researchers, folks like John Lambert from Mystic, to help keep ahead of the latest threats and respond to unique attacks as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So with the emergence of sophisticated attacks, I couldn't be more excited to share Threat Analytics, which has just been released into Microsoft 365 Defender. Let me show you what that looks like. Threat Analytics enables you to leverage Microsoft's team of researchers and experts who are actively tracking real-world groups of bad actors and different types of threats, such as Solorigate. Let's start with critical of-the-moment guidance. These detailed analyst reports show you exactly how the threat works and the steps the attackers take to gain entry to user environments, and what they typically do once they're in, and what they do after the end of the day. Then there's the big question, what do you need to do about it? And this is where it gets really interesting. The report also links to any identified incidents and alerts in your environment, flags them for your immediate attention, and provides recommendations on how to mitigate and prevent these types of attacks. Not only that, it does it across your security areas such as endpoints and your productivity suite. This is bringing our expertise in AI directly to your environment at scale when you need it the most. From here, you can also drill down on specific mitigations to reduce your risk or take tactical actions to remediate impacted assets.
I appreciate having this capability right in Microsoft 365 Defender so that in a crisis, my team is focused and efficient. I'll definitely use this the next time a bad actor pops up again.
Oh, shoot, it looks like someone has this room reserved. Terrence, we'll get right back to you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, thanks for your patience, Terrence. We didn't know anyone else was here, but great to hear that you're excited. We are as well. This really brings the value of the greatest security expertise at Microsoft directly to your environment to deliver real value.
However, it's not just about the sophistication of the tools. They also have to be built to work with the real world, organizations of various sizes and structures. So we prioritize flexibility and a seamless experience for both deployments and use. Make sure we empower security teams, regardless of whether they're an internal SOC, managed by an external partner, or some combination.
My team at Thycotic really appreciates that flexibility, and it shows throughout the product lifecycle. Rolling out Azure Sentinel was a light lift compared to the other heavy, monolithic SIEM solutions on the market. And thanks to the managed detection and response folks at Red Canary, it actually took more time to uninstall the competing solutions than it did to enable Microsoft Defender for endpoint.
That's great to hear. For organizations that have an internal SOC, use a managed service by an external partner or some combination like Thycotic, we've built partnerships with many managed detection and response companies to help operationalize and augment security operations. Terrence, let's bring in your partner, Brian Bayer, the CEO at Red Canary.
Red Canary serves as an extension of our customer security teams, providing managed detection and response using Microsoft Defender. They support organizations like Thycotic. I've known Brian for a long time, and I know he has a lot of wisdom to share. I first reached out to Brian to explore working together, given Red Canary's reputation and position in the industry. Their strategic thinking is steeped in industry knowledge, and they have deep threat detection experience and expertise. They are a true security ally to their customers and the greater security community.
Thanks for the kind words, Rob. I've always believed Microsoft could make a huge difference in information security. And I think our businesses have a lot in common. We're both very customer focused, and we're both dedicated to protecting them from adversaries.
And the partnership has really evolved. Can you tell us a bit about how Red Canary is using Microsoft Defender for Endpoint?
Well, our job is to make great security operations incredibly easy for every organization. We applied a configuration to Terrence's Microsoft Defender environment, and immediately all the endpoint telemetry and associated alerts started flowing into Red Canary. We're supercharging that Defender data by fusing it with Red Canary's threat intelligence, so that then our 24/7 cyber incident response team can do all the investigations to reduce the false positives and highlight the threats that actually matter. Finally, the Red Canary platform takes over to handle notifications, response, and remediation, and all of this is tightly integrated with Defender and Terrence's other security products.
It's been a great experience working with Microsoft and Red Canary together. We have significantly reduced alert noise and added a deep bench of global security experts to our effort, so we're ready for what might come. Thank you, Brian, for being such a critical security partner.
That's what we're here for. We think everyone should have world-class security operations, and Red Canary and Microsoft are making that more accessible for everyone.
Thanks, Brian.
Hey, if you're still watching, you have my heartfelt thanks. Thank you for being on this journey with us to protect every organization from advanced attacks.
We always need to remember that we're all in this together. Customers, industry, partners, governments, and our only true competition are the bad actors who are targeting our digital environments.
These bad actors are often well-funded, skilled, and dedicated to innovating new tools and methods to breach our systems. That's why we need to be even more committed to innovating and partnering together and to always be one step ahead.
We deliver on this commitment by employing our global security operations for advanced detection research, responding and helping organizations with nation-state attacks, and taking the fight to dedicated adversaries. And by building security solutions for today's real-world challenges and environments, solutions that are cloud-native, AI-powered, with proven integrated visibility and response from end to end.
Thank you so much for joining us. And look, we know the past year has been tough for many of us. We just want to say we're here to help. You are your organization's most valuable asset towards keeping everyone secure. We're just here to help make sure you're successful. Stay safe and happy hunting.
Wow, that was an amazing session. Hi, I'm Jessica Feku, Security Product Marketing Manager, and you are in store for an amazing event. Now, I'm really excited to join General Manager Aleem Rayani while he takes us on a wild but compliant ride through the latest in how Microsoft's risk management and compliance solutions are enabling you to effectively identify and respond to emerging risks across cloud and platforms while keeping your most important information safe and secure. Now, you think it can't get any better than this, but trust me, it does. Check out the Connection Zone, where you can dive deeper into all of the topics you've seen today by joining our subject matter experts in a live Ask the Expert session. We also have some super cool technical deep dives that are available to you on demand and great interstitials featured throughout the event. The journey doesn't have to stop today. When Ignite is over, you can continue your learning experience by joining us at an upcoming virtual training day where you can get hands-on training from instructors, making you ready to secure your digital environment with our newly launched certifications. There are 3 all-new role-based certifications for your information protection admin, security operations analysts, and identity and access management administrators. Plus, our security fundamental certifications are here to help you get started. Be sure to stay up to date with the latest security product news at Microsoft by visiting us at www.microsoft.com/security or follow us on social at Microsoft Security on Twitter and LinkedIn.